Start by saying howdy, folks.
Like Grandpa.
Like Grandpa.
And Eileen, is if I have a question or if they have questions, we can interrupt and ask a question? Okay? Should we raise our hands?
I think it'd be a great idea.
Okay, all right.
I don't think you'll have any trouble once you get going.
I'm going to start with the lady who started it all. Is Mariana Escamilla. Mary Escamilla was born in San Francisco about 1801. Her father, Tomas, was a Spanish soldier who had come to Mexico when the country was under Spanish rule. He there married into the Navarro family, a lady of Spanish birth. Later, he was stationed at the Presidio of San Francisco. According to one record, he came to Monterrey to live in his retirement, and there he died, leaving 3 sons and 3 daughters. The one daughter, Mariana, married James Watson. In Monterrey, James Watson was often a member of the town council of Monterrey. He helped organize a Compañía Extranjera for the defense of Monterrey against forces from the interior in 1832. By 1836, he was a naturalized citizen. When George Simpson visited California in 1841, he described Watson as a Londoner from Roderith, a part of London, whose father had been in the public line keeping the Noah's Ark between Globe Stairs and the Horse Ferry. Thomas Larkin, American consul, described Watson as an unassuming, honest man who did not meddle with politics. The Reverend Willie and others in 1849 spoke of him as a very generous man, well educated, ambitious, unambitious, a genial companion, and ever a true friend. James Watson bought the San Benito Ranch, consisting of 1.5 leagues, 7,000 acres, in the southern part of the county, near San Lucas, year 1850. He died in 1863, the year before the great drought of 1864, which would have ruined his ranching years. The probate of will gives his death date as April 7th. Burial took place at the entrance of the Mission San Antonio de Padua in Jolon. His widow, Mariana, died in Monterrey and was buried from San Carlos on October the 11th, 1871, being then listed as about 60 years old. To get back to Mariana Escamilla, a painter came through Monterrey by the name of Knapp and painted Mariana's picture and Mrs. Larkin's picture at the same time. Mrs. Larkin's picture is in the Larkin house. Mariana's picture, the original, is in the hands of Dr. Vernon Leidy. It was given to him through his mother, her mother, and finally it came to Vernon. A few years ago, he came to Monterrey, to the Monterrey History and Art, to see if they would enjoy having the picture. I was in on the conference with the lady who was in charge of that. She couldn't give a definite answer as to where it would be placed. It might be in storage. It might be in a banquet room where nobody would care who that lady was. So Vernon has it in his own home.
Eileen, can we put, isn't that is that the picture there that we could put on the, or can you get that on the video?
You take it down.
Want me to take it down, Richard? Can you get it, want me to take it down? And this, of course, is a copy, not the original.
Is that how big the original picture is, Eileen? Is this how big the picture is? The original?
It must be 20.
It's bigger.
Oh, it's big. Oh, it is bigger.
16
Oh,
by 20
okay.
or something.
He had it at the reunion that we
Don't
had
you
at the
have a
Lotto
pic-
Park. I do, you gave me a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a copy.
Now, wait just a minute, Susan.
Yes,
See that diddly around her forehead?
yes.
We always thought it was hair, but Eloy, and I'd like to give credit to Eloy,
Eloy Rogers, yes.
decided that it was a mantilla,
Ah, yes,
See?
yeah.
the little lace.
Mhm.
I will eventually. So I can't hear that, can I?
What? It doesn't make any sound.
Hmm?
That doesn't make any sound.
Oh,
The camera?
are you not sounding this?
Yeah, no, but it doesn't make any sound when it's recording. No, it's got everything on there.
It's going.
He'll be able to play it back to you.
Yeah, but not now.
No, he can
No,
stop
no.
and play it back to
I
you.
could, but
I just wanted to know how my voice sounded. Pretty crackly. Okay.
You just keep going.
All right, maybe you'd like to know something about the family of Thomas and Louisa. That's,
Now Thomas
Thomas.
was James and Mariana's son.
yes. Thomas was Can you scratch that?
Do you need help looking at what,
No.
oh,
James Watson had a brother, Andrew, who is believed to have come to California in 1834. When he died in Monterey, September 1863, he left a wife, Loretta Fernandez, also a daughter, Anna Apollinaria, baptized 1841 at San Carlos. He was listed as a native of England, age 64 at death. There is also another notice that says he may have been killed in a train accident. Now, as to the sons and daughters of James and Mariana,
question, Eileen, do we know anything about the family of Andrew Watson?
No.
Okay.
no, I have no further knowledge. Number 1, Francisco, baptized in 1831. Francisco was one of several sent from Monterey to Honolulu to be educated in the 1840s. Among them was one girl, Katerina Kinlock. The children stayed for varying periods, but most returned within 3 years. Francisco married Juana Estrada, the daughter of Santiago Estrada and Isidora Soto. They inherited from Juana Estrada's father, the property now known as the Mission Inn, and lived there for some years. Their children were Honorato, Luisa, Juana, Adelaida, Eugenio, Maria, and Juana. The second child, Catalina, baptized in 1832 at San Carlos. Catalina, or Catherine, married James Gleason, a young merchant of Monterey. He also became county clerk and recorder of Monterey County. They had 2 children, a son and a daughter. James Gleason Jr. married Nellie Duncan, and their son, Duncan Gleason, became an author, sailor, painter. He published a number of papers regarding his father in the Quarterly of the Southern California Historical Society publications, and wrote and illustrated various books on the coastal islands of California. Gleason's married October the 7th, 1848, and a letter of Gleason to sister is in the Southern California Quarterly.
Eileen, question, is this your research from the Steinbeck Library?
What?
Is this information that you have gotten, or is this research from someone else?
Maybe from Monterey History and Art.
Ah.
Lucia, the daughter, may have died young, as no further record has been found. Catalina's husband, James Gleason, died in 1861, and she married to a laird. She died in 1885 at age of 53. Tomas, there's a special message I have on that. We'll go on to Mary Ignacio Watson, baptized at San Carlos, born on the San Benito Ranch. She married Jose Hartnell in 1834, the son of William E.P. Hartnell and Teresa de la Guerra. They had one son, George, who married Sarah, and they had one son, Elderico, a concert pianist of Salinas. And I remember Elderico was a common name in our house because the folks knew Elderico, and I think he might have visited there. I don't remember, but he was a concert.
This is when you were growing up?
I guess he probably didn't visit, but he was always well known.
Eileen, excuse me, this is when you were growing up? This is when you were growing up?
Well, no. This would be too early for me.
Oh, okay.
Another son, David, married Anastasia Kinlock, who had been brought up in the James Watson home, and the daughter of George Kinlock. They had at least one child, James, born in 1865. A daughter, Narcissa Watson, the 5th child, was married in 1856 to Edward Williams, a prominent businessman. He served as county clerk of Monterey County in the 1850s and later settled in Santa Cruz, holding many public offices. At the turn of the century, he wrote many historical articles for the Santa Cruz Sentinel and the Salinas paper, which are valuable memories of that era. He died in Santa Cruz in 1906. Their children, Edward, former postmaster of Santa Cruz, Charles, former city clerk, Lawrence, who was with Farrington's drugstore, and Helen, who married Charles Piota of Salinas. And we know of him through the Spreckle Sugar Factory. And they had built that big home there in Spreckles.
Well, that big white house there that's on the edge of town, that was the big white house in Spreckles?
Anita, the seventh child, was born in 1842 and died in May 1870 in childbirth at the age of 28. She married Dr. Colbert Canfield. A son, Charles, was born in 1865 and became a grocer and realtor in Santa Cruz. Adolphus, born in 1845, enlisted as a minor heir in his father's will of 1863. There are no further records of him, and it may be that he died a young man. I guess that's covered them all, didn't it?
Now, these were all the children of James.
These were all
Okay.
James' children that you just read off. These were all James and Mariana Escamilla's children, right, that you were
Yeah.
reading.
Go on.
It's gone.
You're going to take a lot of this out. What do you call it?
Editing.
Yeah. No, that's just what it did. Where's Tomas?
Thomas.
Oh, I saw him
Oh,
flipping through.
here, the family of Tomas and Louisa Watson.
Okay.
But is this, that is not like,
This is the history, this is James.
Here's
Here's, no, that's James
here's,
Watson.
wait a minute.
Thomas Watson.
No, this
yeah.
is mostly about James.
Oh, that's
though.
right, it does go off into James. I know,
Yeah.
we have that one.
Yeah, I've got something.
Here we go, family of Thomas and Louisa. Is that what you're looking for?
No, I was looking for the introduction, page 7.
Okay,
I think it's here
that's 3.
someplace.
It looks like this top was cut off, so one of these could be page 7 without the number.
Well, wait a minute, just, no,
No, you already-
this is James. We're through with that.
Oh, that's James Will.
Yeah.
Looking for one that says page 7.
Incidentally, I knew there were 4 graves out at the Riley Ranch, or Riley Cemetery. See, they've got only 3 there now, and there were 4. It tells about it here someplace.
okay.
Here, I think.
Maybe this is all James.
This is Mariana.
Good thing I didn't bring the book out.
This is James. This is all James right here. Now here's the thing on Thomas Watson.
No, that
No,
goes into more
but
thoughts
that's
about
mostly
James.
about James.
Yeah.
Oh, it
That's
is,
from that
okay,
book we
okay.
have
Everything
in
here
the
is about
living room.
James.
Here's Thomas Watson. 7, or is that what you're looking for? 7, 8, and 9?
Yeah,
Okay, there
the
you go.
second. Yeah.
Here's 7, 8, and
Yeah,
then here's 9
7,
that you
8.
want to talk about.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure enough.
Show enough. Okay, action.
Now, getting back to Thomas, the son of James and Mariana Watson, Thomas, according to one biography, was born June 14, 1834, but on his tombstone in Monterey, June 13 is the date given. His date death was August the 3rd, 1910, at which time he was the only survivor of the Thomas Watson family. In 1853, he married Maria Luisa Moreno, who had been born August 19, 1841, and died on August 16, 1921. Luisa Moreno was the daughter of Santiago Moreno, a native of Ecuador, and Maria de la Cruz Francisco Castro. Luisa's maternal grandfather, Jose Tiburcio Castro, was a prominent resident of this area, and one of his sons was Jose Castro, an important political figure. Luisa's sisters married into the De la Guerra, Cantua, Soberanas, Ortega, and Hartnell families. Thomas Watson and Luisa had 12 children. After the drought of 1860s, Thomas took up land in the Corral de Tierra area. He cut and sold the timber, cleared the land, and by 1893 was listed as having a fine ranch of 800 acres, a dairy and cattle ranch. And as you go in front of the ranch, which is now Brigadoon with a pillar over it, but the original house, you can see where he cleared the ranch because there's a big vacant spot where it should have been trees. In 1866, Thomas Watson was elected sheriff of Monterey County and served for 3 succeeding terms, voluntarily relinquishing his hold to the office in December. He was the 7th sheriff of Monterey County. There is an old story about Mr. Watson from the time he was fulfilling duties as tax collector as well as sheriff. He was to have been ambushed at a Salinas River crossing, but when bandits found out about it, the besiegers were driven out. It may have been these same bandits written about in Harry Carr's column in the Los Angeles Times many years ago. Mr. Watson was said to have given Joaquin Murrieta and 3-fingered Jack food and a place to sleep. In return, the bandits and their son helped Mr. Watson drive cattle to San Jose.
Eileen, question. Have you heard the story that Thomas Watson was the godfather of Tiburcio Vasquez?
No.
Jim Watson said that, and also Fred Nason said that. Don't know if it's true or not. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He was one of the incorporators of the Monterey Salinas Railroad in December 1867, investing $500 in the company. The local school district started with his donating the land and founding the school in Corral de Tierra, which is called the Washington School. The teacher was boarded in the Watson home, and for many years Mr. Watson was a school trustee. A modern school facility is now operating at the location of the original Washington School. And as a sidelight, there are now 3 schools in that system. There's one in San Venancio, one in Toro Estates, and the Washington School. And they have all the grades through the 8th grade. There was not a man in Monterey who was more popular with the masses and who, as a businessman and citizen, bore a more honorable name than Thomas Watson, Esquire of Corral de Tierra. Let's see. Do you want to tell that story?
That's all I know. That Jim Watson said that Thomas Watson
Did
was
you want to put that in?
Well, it's on the audio. They can hear me saying that. But that would be easy enough to check. We could check the records at San Carlos. I presume, either San Carlos Cathedral or maybe San Juan Bautista. If he was baptized, then
Yeah.
let's say who the Godfather was. It'd be easy enough to check. But that's all I know.
Something to do.
Something else for you to do, Eileen.
She doesn't have time.
I could do it. It could be a project for me.
As to the family of Thomas and Louisa Watson, there was Thomas, unmarried, in 1910, homesteaded property with Louis, the second son. Louis married Carrie, a school teacher living at the Watson home, also a practitioner. Adeline Della, my grandmother, whose picture is there, married Fred Porter Nason from New Hampshire, who had been a whaler. They had 3 sons and 3 daughters: Fred Watson Mason, Charles, Louise, who married William Hatton, Grover, who married Maggie Riley, Frances, Mrs. Benjamin Leidig, and Rose Evelyn, who married Mr. William Rhyner.
Is that your grandmother?
Yeah.
Now her name again is? Her name again is
Adela,
Adela.
married to Fred Porter Nason. In 1881, I found that marriage certificate, not certificate, the record. Abel was one of the sons, married Lily Pedansett. They had 3 sons and 1 daughter, Elmer, Edmund, Oswald, and Bernice. Most of them lived in Santa Cruz. Emma, whom we're familiar with, married Fred Gates. They had 1 son, Welling, and 1 daughter, Louise, Mrs. Harry M. Wally. Then there was Sarah, who married Fred Smith. They had 2 sons and 1 daughter, Stanley, James, and Theodora, Mrs. Kesselman, who was Eloy's mother. There was William, unmarried, Henry, married Teresa Brischini, 1 son, Milton. Milton was a great singer, sang on the stage, and I think I remember that he was on one of the cigarette ads for one of the big companies. And one daughter, Madeline, who married who married and became Mrs. Nilsson. Mary Sargent had married Frank. They had one daughter, Inez, and she had married Arthur Abel. Numbers. There another part of this?
It went to 9. There was no 10. You had 7, 8, and 9, and then I didn't see a page 10.
Well, is that all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, there's, here.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. There was Edward, born in 1876, died in 1928, who married Annie Riley. They had 2 sons, 1 daughter. They had Thomas, James, and Helene, whose nickname was Sunshine, which we always called her by Sunshine with her pretty red hair. There was Henrietta Elena, who married Fred Treat, who became a very successful judge. And sadly, he never drove. She was driving home one night right here on Highway 68 near Laguna Seca. There was a 3-car accident and he was killed. They had Frederick Jr., Frida, who became Mrs. Tom Greger, who was in the Navy, I believe. No, he must have been in the Army. And they in turn had 2 sons who, of course, were in the Army. And I remember I went to a bingo game. They lived in Pebble Beach with Uncle Bill and Aunt Peggy here. And I bought a whole bunch of tickets, maybe 4 or 5. And Aunt Peggy got after me. She said, "You don't do that when you're a guest of someone at a bingo game. You get just what they have. If they have 1 ticket, then you take 1 ticket." So they were, we knew them pretty well. The sis knew them too. Then Henrietta used to come out here after she lived in Carmel, and she'd say, because I would be here before I was married, of course, to Bill, "Just let me sit in the sun. We haven't seen sun in Carmel for days." So, Etta was her name that we called her. All right, the 12th child was Laban, or Cappy, unmarried, and born in 1880 and died in 1904. So that is the story. Now, there are some very interesting, what do you call them, census taking. Here's one for Thomas Watson. The children, Thomas was 3 months, Louis was 2 months, and Adela was 1/12.
1 month.
1 month old. Yeah, so they were very good at census taking. Here's another one that tells James Watson was 55. This was in 1860. A farmer, 6,000 value of real estate, value of personal estate, 17,000 from England. Mariana was 55. Maria, that isn't Maria. David, 14. Adolphe, they call them different, you see, 20. And one of the Kinlocks was 16. So you go, getting all this type work too is fun. So let's see, where are we now?
You've been going for what, 45 minutes? You wanna,
You want to take a break? You all right? You want to go on? You want to take a break, or do you want to?
If I can find something here.
Because Richard can edit that while you're looking for what you want to talk about next. That can be edited out.
I don't know who this would be, but I found it, so I put it
Peter
there.
Ryan. Let's see. A native of Canada, which will take the funeral, which will take place at the residence of Thomas Riley.
I was going to ask
On the Alisal
Kevin
today.
about that.
who is it?
Somebody named Peter Ryan had a memorial service or a funeral apparently out at the ranch.
Then at the Steinbeck Library, they used to have the great registers there. I think they've taken them maybe to the Mormon temple. And so I went through those, but this is a sample of how they did that. Voter registration, Thomas Watson, 43, 5'9", rancher in Toro, registered March 25th, 1900. I don't know how those dates go. Oh, well, this is probably the date that they put this in the book, maybe. Edward was 24, 5'10", a painter, lived in Soledad.
That's interesting. Your dad
And
lived in
this is-
Soledad?
1900.
That's what it says.
No, they always lived on California Street.
Thomas was 57, 5'9", dark complexion, hazel eyes, gray hair, a farmer, birthplace California, worked in the Toro area. And so if you want to hear the rest of them,
Yes, go ahead.
any special?
Well, this is interesting because this is Thomas J. Watson, age 43, and Thomas Watson, age 57. So
This is 1892.
there are two Thomas Watsons, but I'm inclined to think that this is the 57-year-old is the Thomas Watson, because I've never seen Thomas J.
No.
Watson.
Well, that could have been someone else.
Somebody else butted in
Yeah.
on that census record.
Yes.
But read the rest of those, just for me, because it's interesting. It gives their height and their a little bit about what they looked like. Read the rest.
Henry, age 21, 5'9", dark complexion. Where they got those dark complexions? Brown eyes, black hair, a rancher in Toro. James, 23, 5'11", brown hair, dark complexion, black, a farmer. No, James was a laborer, Paro. Now that may have been a different James.
Yes, there's no James.
No,
who's the son
see?
of, yeah. These are.
Canceled registration required germs down in Watsonville.
Yeah.
So this could have been easily. Abel, 30, 5'10", dark brown eyes, black hair, farmer in Toro. William B. Is that right?
Well, there was did he have a son named William, Thomas? Did Thomas have a son named William? Somehow that doesn't ring a bell. Here, yes, William B., here it is, that's correct, yeah.
Who did he marry? He
William
married
B.
Frischini.
Unmarried.
Oh, yeah. 23, 5'8", dark eyes, black, a painter, born Salinas. Lewis, 34, 5'11", hazel eyes, black hair, stock razor, Tularcitos. See, he went over to Carmel Valley.
Now here comes another James, so that can't be part of the Watsons, because,
A Gonzalez scar on the forehead.
but Abel,
And then Abel,
Well, but this is-
45. Yeah,
but this is another
And
Abel,
yes,
so I think,
Pacific Grove. Where did this Abel? Oh, Santa Cruz. He married,
well, this Abel was born in
yeah, he married
1862.
Lily. See, they're all Santa Cruz.
Okay,
So Pacific Grove,
that's not us.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
But one thing, I go back to look for something special. I get so interested in this stuff. I never see it. I've got so blooming much, and I try to straighten it all out. This is just part.
Uh-huh.
This is the Nasons now. See, they're Toro, Tularcitos, Fred. He's never left there, Carmel Valley. Now they're getting into politics.
Now there's a good time for you to explain how you're related twice.
Oh, that's easy. I just told you. I'm going to make a chart. I made one for Susan Barker Hogue. She called up. First she called Tina. Said, how am I related to Eileen? Tina says, well, just ask Mrs. Rhyner. So she came over. I had prepared, and I went through the whole thing. She was so grateful. By the time it got down, well, I was, let's see, a second cousin to Helen Barker, Bill's mother, because she was Fred Nason's sister.
Right.
But anyway, how are we related? That all starts with Thomas Watson Sr. He and Mariana had Edward and Della. Edward married Annie Riley. Della's son, Grover. See, the Nason came in there. He was the only
Della married whom?
Fred Nason
Okay.
from the Whaler from back east, from New Hampshire. And they had Grover. See, we're getting a little generation apart there.
Right, yes, uh-huh.
So then Grover married Maggie Riley, who was the sister of Annie. Nason was the only one who came in there, see. So then Annie had Edward, and down here Sunshine, and what's his
Annie had Thomas and James
Thomas,
in Sunshine,
yeah.
yes.
Mhm. And Mom and Dad had Catherine and me. And so Sis had Warren and Wesley. No,
No.
Sis had
Christine.
Christine's. I was gonna write it out for you. I'll do it to you.
Christina and Celeste.
And Christine and Celeste. And
Christine.
Edward had you
No, James.
and
James, my father, James.
James, that's what I mean. James had you and James and Elodie.
And
Tom.
Thomas.
And Tom.
Thomas.
Oh, yeah, of course. And Wesley didn't have any children. Warren had,
Now,
I
wait,
mean,
who
Christine.
who are Wesley and Warren?
yeah,
They're Christine.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that's Christine. Let me write it out for you.
Okay. That makes it a little bit
And then
clearer.
it comes down, and I guess the youngest one is Tricia's.
That's right.
She'd be way down at the bottom of the
That's
totem
right.
pole.
Allie
So-
Ann.
On the Riley side, you and Daddy were first cousins.
Not really.
Yeah, because
I
his
think
mother
we're-
and your
we're
mother.
removed
No.
because
No, on the Riley side. My father's mother
on
and
the
your
Riley-
mother were sisters.
well, I've never figured it that way.
Well, what was it? My grandmother.
I don't think you could figure it that
Sure
way.
you can, because Annie Riley
And your mother were
were,
sisters.
yes, so therefore, you and Jim Watson are first cousins, and Edward
On the Riley
on the
side.
Riley side.
Yeah,
But on the Watson side, because of the one generation gap through the Nasons, you were second cousins.
yeah. Well, or one first removed or something.
Whatever
Yeah.
that's called, yes.
Yeah.
So we're third cousins on the Watson side and second cousins on the Riley side.
Uh-huh.
Get that?
It's coming clearer for me, yes. But I would,
Were you and Celeste then?
Well, it depends upon what side, whether it's the Riley side or the Watson side. On the
Well,
on the Riley side, we're third cousins. On the Watson side, we're fourth cousins.
kissing cousins, let's just call it
yeah.
that.
Okay, we're good. I have one more note
All
here.
right.
We haven't touched the Rileys.
Well, we can do that in another session. We can do that in another session.
Another session.
Yeah, I didn't figure we would get this all done in one.
I
It's
do
too.
want to give credit to Eloy Rogers, the Monterey History and Art, the Monterey County Genealogical Society, the Los Californianos, and I am a member of that. And to get into that, where are those long sheets?
They're these?
No. Oh, here. You had to prove that you were, whose ancestral chart indicates direct bloodline descent from an individual of Hispanic ancestry who was out to California between 1769 and 1848, while it was a province of Spain or Mexico. So I got this all filled out, and not have just 2 or 3 relatives. There are 35 here. So I was admitted, and this is my pin, which, where is it?
We have a pin here, is this
Yeah.
it?
No,
Oh,
I
here.
lost it. Oh, it's on my shirt,
Oh,
which is a crown. And,
right here.
and you went one time
Yes.
to there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we met Eloy for the first time.
Yes, that's where I met her for the first,
Ah, yes.
after she was a little girl. And they're going to have one in January in Salinas. I don't know how they will manage it. I didn't know the chairman of it. So anyway, that's interesting. But there are 35 names here.
So in other words, you have 35 relatives who are in Alta,
Over
California,
here.
between 1769 and whatever the
Yeah,
other date
it
was.
goes to Salvador de Lugo and Maria Josefa Francisco Espinosa.
Now, can we as Watson say that we
Yes.
Yes, it's all,
eligible
yeah,
to-
this is all goes back to
so
the
all of
Watson.
these 35 people are also, we're connected with all 35 of them?
It's all
Wow.
this way. And you see many names here.
John Nason,
See, it
Thomas
starts
Watson, yes.
with me.
Uh-huh. Grover Nason, Margaret Riley, Fred Porter Nason.
Here it goes into the Castros.
Tell me
Bye.
something, are the Castros, is that the Castro, is there a connection with the Castro Adobe in San Juan Bautista?
Yes.
That's the Castro.
But they're such a big family, it's very difficult to really sift them out. And now the graveyard, they tried to do it over the Silvas, Lugo's, all kinds of names.
Very interesting.
Alvarez. So I do believe that concludes.
Thank you very much.
Dad, you've done a lot in
That's
an
a
hour.
lot, yes.
You've been going for an hour. And what county they came from in Ireland, and why they came.
Or do you want me to start on that?
Yeah.
Tell us what it's going, Richard.
We're-
Okay, action.
Yes.
Start with the Rileys came from in what year?
Is it on now? Oh, well, there's another part of the family that we haven't talked about much. And the reason is that they came from another country. And they came over here as immigrants. The country they came from was Ireland. And strangely enough, the two of them, a man and lady, who were very young people when they came from different parts of Ireland. One of them came from County Louth, way up here in the north, and the other one came from County Waterford. But they met after they got here. It was the years of the potato famine, which everyone knows about. And they met when they came to the United States. They then came on to the West Coast, and the two of them were married in San Jose, I believe. Thomas Riley came from County Louth. He was born in 1837. And Ellen, the lady, was born in 1836 in County Waterford. And after living in San Jose, they had a little boy there who died. They came on to Monterey County, and bought some land out in the valley out of Salinas. Bought almost 200 acres. One was 97.3 and the other was something like that. And there they raised a family. They had 3 boys and 3 girls. I don't know if you can take this picture or not. We'll try it, showing the family grown.
Mm-hmm.
And there were twin boys, John and James, 1 girl, May, there was Kitty and Maggie and Anna. So they all went to schools. I know my mother went to Santa Clara, and I have a letter she wrote after, it was one Christmas, I think, and she wrote thanking her mother and father for being such good parents and sending her there. No, this is not, this is an introduction to a Bible that Thomas gave to his wife, Ellen. It says, a Christmas Day gift from Thomas Riley to his beloved wife, Ellen. And this is the first page of
It's
the
open.
Bible.
Oh, it's already
It's already open.
It's already open.
Yeah, these.
Was it stuck? Or you want it closed?
I think she wants to take it out.
Okay, let's take
Maybe
it.
just hold it up.
Oh,
There you go.
yes, it contains the wedding certificate.
Mm-hmm. She's fine. I got it.
It says Thomas Riley and Ellen Greehey. Her name was Greehey. In Irish, it was Greicha, Greicha, were solemnly united by me in holy bonds of matrimony in St. Joseph's Church, the 29th day of November, 1863. So that is,
Was that in San Jose, Eileen? They
What?
married in San Jose?
yes, I believe it, as far as I know it was. Yes, so the family grew up, and I think I'll put the letter that my mother wrote to her parents, because all these were very fine children. And this is a picture of the original letter. But I had to copy the second line.
Eileen, which sister was your mother? Which sister was your mother?
I'll look back and
Maggie.
tell you.
Maggie.
Maggie was your mother.
Oh, I see. I thought, which number
No.
girl was she? Yes. My dear parents, this season brings with it many joys and graces, but none greater than the pleasure of wishing you a Merry, Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Dear parents, I shall try to be a better girl and more studious in school. Thank you for your kindness to me I shall ask the infant Jesus to bless you. Again, wishing you a happy, happy Christmas and a bright new year. I remain your grateful child, Maggie, from Santa Clara, December 24th, 1883. So I treasure this original.
What school was she going to? What school did Maggie go to in Santa Clara?
Sisters of some order.
Oh, so this was a high school?
I couldn't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Judging by the handwriting, it's just so beautiful. I would imagine it was.
Oh, okay.
So there are many things going on. I have citizenship by naturalization, 1961, from Santa Clara. Registered date was February 15th. Oh, well, that's when it was registered in 92. There were 3 Democrats, it says. Women started voting in 1912 in California, much later in other states. I have some of these receipts that you loaned me to put in here too. And of course, a lot of this, well, it contains a history of Ellen and Thomas, so I'll read it to you. This was written by my sister, Catherine, and she told it to the native daughters of the Golden West in 1987. This is my mother's background. My Irish grandparents, the other side of the story. My grandmother, Ellen Greehey, who came from Waterford County, Ireland, and sailed from Cork when she was 14 years old, never saw her parents again. She left because of the potato famine in the 1850s and 60s. Grandfather Thomas Riley was born in County